Hey, how's it going? This is Ben Hearn with another market watch for Narberth and Penn Valley for the month of April. Um, it's the same old story yet again. There are not that many homes on the market. If a home is priced well and it is in decent shape, it's going to sell pretty quickly, and usually for over asking. The mortgage rates have gone up. We're like well north of 5% now, and that still hasn't slowed down buyers. And also, like, a lot of these offers are without contingencies. So people are paying like cash or just not having their offer contingent on a mortgage, which is a little different. And then also people are waiving inspections. And there's all sorts of things people are doing too. So now you have to have like an appraisal contingency in there because, if the home was way over asking, there's not a comp for that. So buyers now have to say like, hey, we'll cover any difference in appraisal. Or if they don't entirely waive inspections, they say, hey, we'll cover the first, I don't know, 5, 10K worth of inspections. So yeah, offers are getting pretty creative. But sellers are still stuck in the same, I guess, dilemma that they want to sell their house, but there's no homes to move into. So we are seeing some creative things too, where it's called like a rent back, where the buyer buys the property, but then the seller still lives there for X amount of time in order for them to, find a place. So they have the proceeds from that house that they sold, and then they go find a place. However, like 2 months, you might not find something. And as we'll see, I have some stats where the amount of homes that have been selling this year, there's just not that many at all. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And we are going to get started with the market watch. So you'll see normally it's like active under contracts, pendings, and closed. Little technical difficulties were kind of all scattered here, but you see there's several under contract. This one on Woodside, the front's pretty open and spacious, and that one went pretty quickly. Contract and State Road, this one we've seen on here several times before. Absolutely gorgeous home. 229 Forest. I think this was active a couple years ago. There's that technology problem. So yeah, this closed in 2020 for 827, and now they're selling it for 875. Interior is gorgeous. The exterior is really nice too, if we can get to it. The backyard, it's just kind of really nice. Selling 875, gonna go over. 540 Sprague, they had that one under contract, and then they went back on the market, and now it's withdrawn. There's another one on Sprague, 330. That one was expired. That was at 979. They just weren't able to find somebody. 5 Hands in Court, that just came up at the end of the month for 899. So we'll see how long that stays active. 119 Elmwood. This one went active pretty quickly, 525. Flat Rock, that one I believe was also active, and then they had to go back on the market. So that's at 800. Chauncey, if you do pay attention to the real estate stuff, I'm sure you saw that one. That just curb appeal and exterior and lot size are just amazing. And that was 1495 listed, and that went under contract within a weekend. That's kind of what happens. So that'll get over. Excuse me. 560 Sprague, this one was expired as well. 121 Windsor. That one, again, if you've been following, that's been up, pending, back to active. They had a price drop. It was originally 1.5, now it's 1.425. That one's pending again. So hopefully that one, they're able to see through all the way. Here's a 540 Sprague. So that was pending, 1325. So 220 Tower, that one closed at 599. We'll probably see that in the next year with like completely redone by a builder, unless like somebody bought it to redo it themselves. And that was at asking price. 224 Tower Lane, right next door to it. That was 999. That was priced pretty competitively for that house and lot. And that was intentionally done. These days sellers know that if you put a good price on, people are going to get pretty competitive about it. And, it encourages people to limit the amount of contingencies they want to have in order to have a chance. 1235 barn, which is just massive at like nearly 9,000 square feet. That one went pending. That's an amazing home. The basement's like insanely big. 701 Brayburn, that one was withdrawn. So they had that up. They had an open house. I mean, it's right there on Brayburn at 115. And so they withdrew it. So not sure what happened there. I don't know if they did go under contract and they're just waiting for the initial deposit and then they'll put it under contract. Sometimes people do that. 511 Writers Mill, this one closed for well above asking, 13%. So yeah, it was 115, ended up closing for 1.3. I mean, the interior is just spacious, nice, elegant, really, really nicely, like with the renovations. 13 Hanson Court, that one's pending for 790. 95 Windsor Ave, that one's pending for 390 basically. 207 Forest Ave, so this one is active under contract. That one has, yeah, so this one's listed by Compass. 202 Sabine, 515. So this one, again, if you've been paying attention, you'll notice that it was closed for 310. Honestly, not even that long ago. In January, they were able to get a crew out there, completely redid it. The interior looks pretty nice. And then they were able to sell it for 515. So that's pretty fast turnaround for that one. 312 Essex, that's pending 125. The kitchen, I think, is just gorgeous. Like, I keep using that word. But the kitchen is really, really nicely done. The colors, the gold accents with the blue, they did a really good job of that. The lot size is kind of on the smaller side, especially for that price, like 125. It's like 0.13 acres. But I mean, you know, that's Narberth, like not too many large lot sizes there. And if it's like a new build, then, you know, that's actually cheap for a new build in Narberth now. 502 Beechwood, that ended up closing last month. Somehow got roped in here. 428, I think it was listed at like 390. 304 Conchie State Road, that one's pending for 900. 1024 Bryn Mawr, pending for 1.3. 111 Conway, this one became active at the end of the month for 479. We'll see what it ends up at. 1351 Bow Barn, 1425, that's active. 470 Brookhurst, again, active at the end of the month. I'm making this video on Sunday, May 1st, so probably by Monday or Tuesday, you'll see that as active under contract or pending. 314 Fairview, this one came up. That actually has an open house today, 12 to 2, so maybe you went there, who knows? And that's for 2.3. I mean, the drone shot looks great. So yeah, the lot and the grounds for that are amazing. And the 49 Olgoff, this one's coming soon. So, you know, like Zillow, Trulia, they don't get those coming soon homes, but if you have like a realtor or a realtor website, you are able to see the coming soon homes. So you get to see them online. You can't visit them until it's active. And then at that point you can do in-person visit, but it's nice to have advance notice just because, again, these homes don't last for too long. So any advance notice you get is good. So I'm going to show you some results from this year so far, from January to the end of April. In all of 19072, Narberth and Penn Valley, there has been 13 total closings. So in January, February, March, April, 4 months, only 13 homes have closed in the entire zip code. And you can see the average home was 928. The median was 984. I mean, there's not that many. And over here, you can see days on market. So even though everything, you know, supposedly sells in a weekend, you'll see like 90 days, 70 days, 200 days, 35, 24, and then a couple of them like 2, 7, 3, 2, 5, 5, 13, 5. Those were, I'm sorry, just for detached only homes. So you'll notice there was like some twins and some condos that weren't in there. So I just focused on detached homes. And then, so this was this year, so 13 total. And then if we go to last year, same time from January to April, detached only, there was 30. So more than twice as many homes. The average is pretty consistent, like 994 was the close price. And last year, you know, some of these homes were on there quickly, some weren't. But that just shows that there's just no, like even last year, there wasn't a lot of inventory, and then it's still double what it is this year. So the story is the same. If you are interested in selling, now is an amazing time to sell. However, where are you going to move into because there's nothing to buy? And that's everyone's problem. Either moving to a different area or renting for a bit seem to be like the best options. And yeah, if you're curious about that, like if you haven't thinking of selling and then you're like, well, what am I going to do? Where am I going to move? My contact info is at the bottom of this email. I'd love to be a resource. If you wanted to know the value of your house, especially in this market with like everything super valuable, but then with the mortgage rates, houses changing, and then like comparables from 6 months ago aren't really even comparables anymore, I would love to come out and just take a look and let you know what I think. And that's all I got. So have a great month. It looks like the weather is finally here to stay warm. I hope. I keep saying that, and then it keeps getting cold again. That's it. All right. Have a good one.